if I keep hiding and saying I can't approach her, I will never do. So let me try.
So we ended part one, and Natasha was telling us about this lady she met over Facebook, who she was, in her words, stalking. But I'd like to think of it more of research, opposition research maybe. So she's, in quotes, stalking this lady, and she's gathering up the energy to approach her and, you know, ask her questions and, you know, get to know how she has attained her success. That's where we stopped. So this is part 2 of the part 1. So there was a part 1 which was amazing. This is like part 2, which is like super amazing. Alright, so you're really going to love this next bit. And remember, at the end, don't forget to share and to subscribe.
Student life, you come back from school, you sleep, you take a nap. So automatically you break the night. Like, you sleep very late because you have to do work and all that. So that was a very late night for me. I think around 1 a.m. or so. Actually, I remember this perfectly. Yeah, so I wrote to her on Facebook because she was online, you know. I'm like, ish, let me write to this woman. And surprisingly, she replied immediately.
Wait, so what did you write? You're like, hi.
I'm like, hello, I would love to know, like, how you started the business, how much capital you put in. But for some people, that's personal information. But she was just willing to give me every detail of it. I'm like, wow, today this God sent me to do this, actually. So what happened was, I approached her. I'm like, hello, good evening, morning, depending on what time you're going to see this message. I would like to know, like, I explained myself. I'm like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? What do I want? I told her I'm a student, but I'm trying to, like, open up a business, and I really, really want some help, like some tips and what not to do and what to do. So what happened the very year, right? That's 2015. So actually, after some days, like, we had a good conversation. She gave me some tips, but I wasn't satisfied, you know.
You wanted more.
I wanted more, yeah. Okay, she told me some things, and then this is a lady who's like, right now I'm actually not in Zambia, I'm in China. I'm actually restocking. I'll be stocking some containers and all that. I'm like, wow.
Containers.
You know? So, thereafter, just to make the story short, we started with my partner. We started. We were in it. Like, we said, let's do this. So we started, and it was going on great. The same very friend who made me realize that I should research on how I could ship the goods directly to Zambia, right? Because I think that was more of a challenge for me. I would tell people that, no, you have to wait for me to come on holiday for me to bring you the things, but then that's a turn off, you know?
Of course.
Yeah, so I actually found a way. I found a way out of it. I actually did it. So my friend was like my client who pushed me to get to another level, to get to a worldwide shipping level, you see? Because initially I thought that I would just do it in Russia, because in Russia we don't have shops where you walk in and you buy hair and you get out and you're satisfied. So in the same year, I was thinking maybe I should open an African shop. I had so many ideas.
Okay, so wait. Wait. This is at 20.
Yeah. I was actually 20 years old.
Do you know what people usually do at 20? It's none of what you're doing at 20. Okay, so this friend, is this the friend that was ordering, or is this the friend that you started the company officially with?
No. She was just ordering. But she was my biggest client at the time, you know. So this friend ordered the first time, and wow, she liked it. She gave me reviews. She was like, because you know why she ordered? She also had clients. So I was more of a manufacturer as a wholesaler or something. I actually a wholesaler too. Yeah. So I was supplying her with. She loved it. So it became a constant thing. So she actually pushed me to eat I would tell her that every time she buys and she sells to her clients, she should actually take pictures and all that, so we post on the page. So for me, I took it that she's my partner, you know, but not like necessarily directly partnered. So she would do that. Actually, we actually started off so well. We made so many sales in a space of 4 months. We were able to expand. You know, we just started with the natural color of the hair. This is about the hair now. But we started expanding. We could get colored. We could get wigs. Like, it was so overwhelming. And this is me now. I also have to deal with my school here. And she also has to deal with her school there.
Wow.
So it was a challenge, but it was exciting because I wanted to see where I'm going, you know? So me and my co-founder, my partner here, we were working effortlessly. Like, we did it. Like, we tried. We did it all, you know? So my friend, one time, this time she has like a very big order. And I was like, wow, where are you getting all that money from? She was like, no, the clients want the hair. And they said that they are going to pay regardless of how much it costs. I'm like,
okay, so for purposes of making some people jealous and inspiring others, how big was this order? When you say big, how big was it?
This was an order of $1,500.
That's a lot of hair.
Yeah. So initially, we on average for a head, you should spend at least maybe, like, if depending on the length, of course, you should spend at least maybe $150 or maybe $100. So this order was approximately for 10 people. So this is us supplying to a wedding. I think it was a wedding or a party or something. So everybody was wearing our hair, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So that day, I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, this was me selling expression for 500 rubles.
And now
time, of course, with the financial discipline, I had to start saving, you know. So, and we did business. We continued. We were pushing. We put through. And she actually inspired me to get together heights, because now this is me trying to build a brand. You know, I had to rebrand some things. I had to get some things for my business, like posters, flyers, plastic bags, stickers, like, you know, to let the people know that.
Okay, because I noticed that you actually have your merchandise is branded. You have, you know, like where did you get the idea for that? Because most people are not as creative or as disciplined up to that point. When did you start doing this?
Okay, so when we started, you know, it was a thing of my competitors were pushing me to to get to a greater space to some sort. What happened was they would tell me that, you know, this is when I just started. Someone also started at the same time, but she started small. And the very year, actually, I took a mentorship class. So my mentors were like, you need to brand your business. You need to actually find a way to be different from the rest. So in my way of being different from the rest, I decided to have a rebrand. Like, it was, everything I think happened by coincidence, you know. I actually had this thing of where I bought something from a shop here in Belgrade. I went to a shop, I bought something. So it was like a small shop, like a showroom, like where they just buy things from China and they resell them to you, you know. And they had their business logos on the plastics, a business card, and all that. So I'm like, wow, I can actually do this, you know. So I approached the owner of the shop. I'm like, where did you do this from? Could I please have some details? I also want to do this.
Right, because by now you have that experience in just approaching people from. Okay.
Yeah. Of
So
course.
the first time gave you that, so now you're just doing it. It's just okay.
So because if actually I decided not to, because no, actually my partner is the one that said, where did you get this from? Like, let's actually make a follow-up. And the next day we were there. We were like, no, please. After a few days again, we decided to go to the actual place where they do it, and it was done just like that.
Wow. So this your partner, right? What is the chemistry like? Like, how do you complement each other?
Okay.
How has the two of you being partners helped you to achieve more success?
Okay. Actually, this is more of like it's a thing of where you understand, like even before I say it to you, you already understand what I'm about to say to you. You understand? Like when we see something, like maybe, for example, if we want to do like something new or something, we'll fall out, of course. Like we have arguments, we have times when we don't agree on something, but that doesn't it doesn't last long. We move on quickly because we know that we have to fix business here. Like we have to work, you know. So how we complement each other could be that we understand that there's how can I put it? We understand that there's need to provide good services, of course, and you don't have to be mediocre. In fact, you know what I mean. So you understand and you say, okay, no, let's do this. Okay, and we plan ahead. That's the best, actually, the best thing that I like about my partner, because we write down things. We have like, we always have to go back to the drawing board. If something is not working, we're like, no, let's go back to the drawing board, you know? Yeah. So
okay, so you're making money, you're branded, right? You're making profits. What do you do with the profits? Do you pay yourself a salary? Do you put everything back in the business? Like, do you just get everything and just go ball? Like,
no, not at this stage. In the beginning, of course, when it was Expression, that was the case.
So Expression is for bowling.
Yeah. So how it is we have, you know, in a year you have 4 quarters, right? And so we plan like every 4 months, like what are we going to do in the beginning? Like we have projects, we have deadlines for our projects. So we plan like, okay, first 4 months of the year, we should have done this and we should have done that. So of course, like any other business, you have to save some part of the profit. A huge percentage of the profit, 70 to 80% is always saved. And 20, sometimes 10 is reinvested on a small thing, like something small. And obviously you also need to enjoy your profit because you're still a student business. You know what I mean? Like you also have to live off it to some extent. So now, after 2015, after we did everything, we moved on. We got to 2016, and with that very year, since we're both from Zambia, we decided that let's have a boot sale.
And that is what is that for uneducated me? Okay. What is a boot sale?
A boot sale is where you park your car, right? At the back of your car, you have different products because you don't have a shop. You have different products in the back of your car, in your boots, and you park at a place like maybe a university or like a marketplace, and you're selling your products.
Wow!
So this idea came to us in 2015, towards the end. So automatically, when we were having those big clients with all those $1,500, we decided that we have to reinvest for a bigger thing, you know. Because the next year we were planning on going home. That was 2016. So we decided to have a boot sale. So in Russia, we couldn't get as much as we needed for us to actually have a successful boot sale. So we decided, no, let's go to China. Let's go and see what's in China.
Okay, wait. Wait. So you just said, let's just go to China.
Yeah.
And
So,
because people do this all the time, right? They just go to China. Okay. Uh-huh.
so, as I told you earlier, that woman, the one I was talking to on Facebook, right? The one who was telling me that is currently in China and restocking on her products and blah blah blah. She is the one that actually pushed me to it. I'm like, I can actually also do it. Like, we started our research. We saw that it was doable, but we were not. We didn't know, like, are we going to do it? Are we going to get the visa? How are we going to do it?
Wait, so you were going to China to buy stuff, or you were going to China to sell stuff?
To buy stuff.
Okay.
To buy stuff.
If you're going to sell things to Chinese, I was just going to give up now. Like, I was like, okay. All right.
Okay, so this is us preparing. We actually decided, okay, no, let's go to China. And wow, it worked. We did all our numbers. We got some orders. We advertised this thing. We did it. In short, we did it. It was challenging, of course, because, like, how do you transport a lot of goods from Zambia to China? You have to know the right people. You have to go through the right channel, etc. So we actually did it. Then after some months, we spent like 2 months in Zambia. That's where we were selling the thing. We sold almost everything. We had some things left of which we were expectant. We knew that would be the case because we didn't really work on order. Like, we just bought some things randomly, hoping that people would get them.
So in Zambia, you are still using the same Midas Touch Network brand.
Yeah. Okay. Because now this is where we have a variety of goods, you see.
So what is your dad saying at this point in time? Like, what?
My what?
Your father. What is your father saying at this point in time? Like,
my father, both my parents were in business, so I think that's where I got it from. So the way it was, or the way it is rather, I just tell him that, okay, I'm going to apply for the visa. Wish me luck. Wish me well. And if the visa comes, okay, I got my visa. Next week I'm going to China, and that's it. He understands that I'm trying to build a certain foundation for myself, I'm building myself as a brand and also, like, as an individual. Like, I have to be on a certain level in order to actually feel satisfied, and I'm not getting the satisfaction yet. So I think he understands, even though, like, he wouldn't talk much about it, but he would tell me that he's happy and proud of me that I'm doing this, but he would be worried on how I'm managing both. Looking at my course, and it's so demanding. Yeah, so he would ask, like, what are you doing? No, because usually when I would travel, I'm on holidays, so it wouldn't carry, like, much weight. But obviously, because I would be posting my clients here and there, so he's wondering where I get all the time from to actually, talking to a client is just not a 2-minute thing. You have to convince them why you're selling your product. Like, you have to tell them, like, this is what I'm selling and all that.
I want to ask, what people usually, when they see somebody doing things, they try to give you advice here and there. What is some of the worst advice you've ever received? Like, the worst. You're like, this was a waste of my time.
I think the worst advice that I've ever received was, you can't do it. Like, it's impossible. And you know what such statements do to me? They actually tell me that you can do it and it's possible.
So this was was it from a grown up, somebody your age?
From a friend.
Wow.
From a friend. I knew that he didn't mean it in a way that it would, like, be negative or something. But this is me telling him, but you know what, I actually want to go to China and do this and do this and do that. He's like, in China you need a lot of money, this and this and that. I'm like, no. You have to work with what you have, If you keep saying you need like $100 million or something, you will never get that amount of money. So you just have to work with what you have. You have to budget with what you have.
And what is some of the best advice you've ever received?
Wow. The best, actually, it was a statement from a friend doctor who also is doing some business now. She was like, she said it in a way that she meant see you at the top. Like, I know that you are going to be there. You know what I mean? So she's like, see you at the top. I believe in you. I believe in what you're doing. That's what she actually meant. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that you are going for greater things. So it was a way that it was motivating to actually, people are not always happy when people on their level are doing better than them, So it was a thing coming from somebody who, practically in the same kind of business. So, and she believes in you so much that you are both going to actually grow out of it. And those are my kind of people.
All right. So let me ask this strangely a little bit weird question. Currently, what object or device or service or thing are you currently obsessed with, or very, having a very strong attraction to? It could be anything. What thing are you, you're like, I can't do without this thing?
Wow.
It could be a device or food or anything. Your phone.
It's my phone because it makes me money.
Well, what type of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone.
Of course. You see, I love most people. There's a photographer we featured, influence photography. He's in love with Android devices. Yes, and I do my best to mention it everywhere that he's in love with Android devices, and Android devices are the worst.
Really?
Yes. So to be successful in business, you have to be efficient and you have to be effective,
yeah, of
right?
course.
Do you have any tricks or tools or pointers that you'd like to share with us that have helped you be more efficient and more effective?
Okay. I think the first thing that you have to really understand that entrepreneurship is so challenging yet so rewarding. So you have to understand that you have to give it a sacrifice. So with the efficiency, the first tip that I would advise people to do is that they should have a drawing board. Like they should have something that where they write down what goals they want to achieve. They should give themselves deadlines, and they should do things like not because others are doing them, but because it's passion driven, And that way they'll get very good results out of it. I'm actually speaking from experience. So with time management also, like let's say if you told the client that it's you ship this thing, they'll receive it in 7 days, right? So if you see that this is you tracking the thing, and you've seen that the thing won't reach in 7 days, before the 7th day, you should write to the client to say that you should tell the client, You should tell the client what's really the problem before you actually get into problems on the 7th day. You know what I mean? Like you should state the problem. You should be honest. You have to be very honest with the business. You should be honest about it, point blank. You have to tell people not just what they want to hear, but you should give the advantages and the disadvantages of the product.
You should be honest.
Yeah. And I think lastly, I would mention that you should actually also be welcoming. Like you should make them feel at home. It's very disturbing. Clients how they are, because the client is always right. She'll pop up in your DMs and she'll be like, how much is this? No hello, no nothing, like no courtesy of anything, like, But many times, many clients that I've dealt with, they realize that that's a mistake. Like you just don't say how much is this. Like even if you just want to know the price and that's it, but you actually have to you should have an approach like, hello, how are you? And or just hello. and I would like to know, like, how much is this? So on many occasions, actually, I've experienced this thing where I actually speak to a client and she's like, how much is this? And I'm like, oh, hello, good to see you, like, welcome to our page or something. Actually, this is what you're inquiring about, is this and this and that. Actually, we also have it in this color, that color, blah, 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 etc. So, you know, many times they would realize, like, oh, no, I should have said hi first and all that, you know. So,
to everybody who's going to listen to this episode, please just have some manners. You know?
Yeah, of course, it's important. It is. Sometimes it's not even you're doing me a favor by buying from me. Of course, I understand. You've picked me from the rest, but that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, you can't express yourself in a way that I'll understand that, okay, we are not arguing, it's not an argument, or we are not in bad terms. I just want you to feel at home also. So I'll give you that approach, that even if you don't buy, but one day you think about the product, because you had I welcomed you, like I will welcome you to my home. You understand?
All right. So I want you to do a favor for us, right? There is a girl who's 20 years somewhere right now, and all she does is sit and just check WhatsApp stories and Instagram stories and Facebook stories and VK stories is her life. Tell her something for us. Just you know.
Okay.
What would you tell such a girl wasting her? I mean, not using her life well.
Okay, so to that 20-year-old, I would advise her to search for her passion. It doesn't necessarily supposed to be something like to do with hair or whatever. It should be something that she likes and she loves. It could be modeling, it could be dancing, it could be anything, as long as it's going to give her some extra money afterwards. You know, she should do it because she loves it. So she should get out of the comfort zone, because many people at that age are telling you can't do this, you're too young, you know. But she should realize that in life there should never be a box. You know, people are always telling people to say you should get out of the box. You're already out of it. All you have to do is just take the first step. So my advice to this person would be to actually search for passion and build on passion, you know. Like she shouldn't wait. If she wants to do business, she shouldn't wait until she has $1 million. Like, just, you know what I mean, like a lot of money. If she's got 1,000 rubles, start. If it's business you want to do, if you have 1,000, find something that you can buy from 1,000 rubles. If it's going to give you good profit, save on profits and also spend, but you have to actually save the bigger percentage.
All right. So one day, the Zambian people are going to wake up and realize that, wow, we have wasted so much time, and we need to just celebrate Natasha for all the, like how the Queen of England does and celebrates people for their accomplishments in different spheres. So they're going to give you name a street after you, and this street is going to have a billboard, right? Very big billboard, white. You know, I don't know what your favorite color is, but you know, let's say it's going to be white. And you're going to have the opportunity to write anything you want on this billboard, and everybody will be like, it's going to be in the center of Lusaka, right? This is the center, right? Yes. So what would you write, or what will you write on this billboard?
Oh, wow.
It's all yours. Anything you want, that's what will be written there.
For me, what matters the most is actually the beginning of something. You know, even with school, right? When I have a coursework or something, if I don't start it, I'll feel like I'll keep procrastinating, you know. But the beginning of something is the most important. Like, the first step is the most important thing for me. Once I actually when I actually take the first step, then it's a go, and I don't stop. So I get motivated to actually continue and do more. So I think what I would write on that billboard is maybe this phrase, the beginning is now, or the start is the finish, or something like that. Like something to do with I wouldn't know the right words to tell you right now, but then something to do with starting something,
And
because
starting now.
getting smart, yeah.
Well, you better think about it, because that time is coming and you have to be ready.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Yes.
All right. So though I don't know if I'm a direct customer consumer of the Midas Touch products, right? Somebody is going to be listening, and they are. So right now, where or how can people get to see the different products you offer, and how can they place orders? How does that whole system work for those who don't know?
Okay. So we have an Instagram page where I think we reach out to many girls here in Russia and all over the world, because I have international clients too. So on our Instagram page, we post everything that we have. The name of our Instagram page is Midas Touch, Midas_touch_hair_Russia1.
Wow, that is a big name.
Then obviously we have a Facebook page too, and on our Instagram you find all the details, like for the bio, for the email, for the WhatsApp. If you want to call, if you want to email us, the Instagram has everything. And then our Facebook page is called Midas Touch Network, where we post everything. Like if you are in any country, which we could send to you from here. Even when I go back to Zambia, obviously, I could send to you from Zambia. So they shouldn't worry about if you are in Nigeria, if you're in Ghana, if you're anywhere in the world, I'll ship it to you.
All right. So my sister is I'm from Uganda personally, one of the most beautiful countries on this planet, the Pearl of Africa, and my sister likes hair, right? Okay. So if she placed an order, you could deliver it for her in Uganda. Yeah. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Wow. We actually ship worldwide, everywhere where you could actually ship to.
What do you have for the guys? I'm really interested. Like, what do you stock up for?
Our mother company has got suits, shoes, watches, wallets, like different wide range of accessories, and
these can also be shipped to anybody, anywhere.
Anywhere. They'll get it in just 7 to 14 days.
50 what? You're how old again? 50 what? How have you managed to put all this together at such a young age? Anyway, wow. So,
I think I actually have the right team. You know what I mean? Like,
how big is your team right now? How big is the group or the people you're working with?
Oh, the team is actually a 2-month team right now. We're just the two of us. The same person I started.
Still the two people?
Yeah. Because we can't afford to pay salaries right now. We know how we pay ourselves, so we don't want somebody to work for peanuts. You know what I mean? So we are trying to see, once we are on solid ground, when it's time to actually expand and have a physical address. So maybe then we could have a bigger team. But right now, we think that we don't need it.
Wow. So the guys, right? Some of them are very proud. Could they go directly to your Facebook page and see what you have to offer? Is there a place where somebody can...
Yeah, sure.
10 years, 15 years from now, what do you expect from you?
Wow. You know this thing where many people are always telling you that you are destined for greatness, right? And for you, you don't know what it is to be great, because when you reach, you don't have a certain level where you reach and you feel like, wow, I'm satisfied. You always want to keep going and going and going. So I think in like 10 years, as you mentioned, I think I will be like in the skies, because I know that I keep going and going and going and going, and I know that the sky is not the limit. So I really hope that I'll actually, I like this business thing because I also want to make an impact on my country in one way or another. I want to help people. I just don't want to do it for the sake of money. I also want to give back to the community. You know what I mean? So in the long run, I want to actually have big projects where I can actually fund something big and just do great. Like, tell the kids out there, like, life is not easy. You have to step out and do something, you know? Yeah, so I want to reach out to as many people as I think that's the main reason why I actually decided to do this interview with you, because I feel like I may never know who might listen and will be like, wow, like let me do something, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it should have a purpose at the end of it all. Like, it should have a meaning. Like, it should help somebody grow.
So, because I really want to know what's going to end up on it. Definitely. But
right.
you are destined for great things. I wonder.
Thank you.
So, like,
Thank you
you
so much.
must have figured out by now, I was extremely awestruck during this interview. Starstruck, I don't even know. I think it was awestruck, so I just kept babbling and saying so many things. And well, it was amazing. I hope you learned a lot. And we had to end it. I had more questions. We had to end it because all those babes do. She had to like go and fly to China and just do some other things successful entrepreneurs do. So we had to cut that short, but we will have another one very soon. Thank you so much for listening. Please share this and go over to Midas Touch. Look for Midas Touch on Instagram, on Facebook, and order. Their products are amazing. You will not be disappointed anywhere you are in the world. And if you want a special discount, I think we can do that for you, right? For our listeners, just drop us a note on our page on Instagram, on Facebook, and say, I am a Midas Touch fan and I need a discount, right? And the Student Entrepreneur Podcast will do something for you. All right, guys, keep being great. See you on the next one. Wait, again, I will not see you. You will listen to my voice on the next one. Ciao.